2022 was a fantastic year for LIV Golf. First, it attracted some of the top golfers in the world to compete in its 8 events between June and October and exceeded expectations by successfully concluding its first season. Then came the announcement that Augusta National would not ban eligible LIV golfers from participating in its 2023 edition. So things couldn't get any better, and now rumors have been swirling around more golfers ditching the PGA Tour to get on the payroll of the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund in 2023. So the question everyone seems to be asking, who are the players set to join LIV Golf next? Keep an eye out for more details. Starting us off, we have Hideki Matsuyama. According to the latest publications, the Japanese pro golfer is the latest name linked to the transfer to the Saudi-backed series. Matsuyama was the focus of many rumors during the summer as he allegedly considered a sizable offer to ditch the PGA Tour. The 2021 Masters winner is still a tremendously powerful worldwide personality who won twice last season. But rumors about his potential departure grew more intense when he withdrew from the FedEx St. Jude's Championship. The 30-year-old would later explain his absence as being due to a neck injury. However, according to several publications, the suspicions were quickly dispelled, with Matsuyama declaring his complete commitment to the PGA Tour. According to sources, the former Masters champion was offered a generous contract within the range of $300 to $400 million to compete in the divisive LIV series. Matsuyama, however, declined it. He declared that he had never been prouder to be a member of the PGA Tour before. It's important to stress that the President's Cup last year was dominated by news about Matsuyama joining LIV. Although the Japanese golfer dispelled the rumors stating he remains on the PGA Tour, he would later be courteous to his fellow LIV golfers when he said they needed to get OWGR rankings. Personally, I think the players should be able to get them. However, there's a procedure they have to follow and the league must comply with the accreditation standard, Matsuyama concluded while discussing the new series struggle for the official world golf rankings. Next up, we have Siwoo Kim. According to recent rumors, Siwoo Kim will likely participate in the Saudi-backed series. And if he decides to ditch the PGA Tour, it will definitely be yet another setback for the American circuit. After LIV CEO Greg Norman disclosed his intention to expand the field for his 54-hole tournament series, the speculation that Kim would join LIV Golf gained traction a few weeks later. The 67-year-old remarked after LIV's competition in Miami that LIV Golf was basically looking for 7 players. "We're basically looking for maybe 7 players, something like that," Norman stated. And when he said so, he wasn't going to sleep on it. If there's any reason the boys on the PGA Tour harbor some form of resentment or animosity toward him, it's because even if Greg is a man of many words, he says what he means and means what he says. The former world #1 sought to attract players from the top 20 of the official world golf rankings table. Kim may currently be ranked 74th in the world, but there's no denying that the 27-year-old is a talented player. Obviously, he doesn't fulfill Norman's ideal criteria for the LIV, but with his 3-time success on the PGA Tour, he might be an asset after all. Also, when Kevin Nam mentioned embarking on a recruitment campaign, he referred to Siwoo Kim. Kevin Nam, a former member of the PGA Tour, was one of the first to quit the tour to play in the Saudi-supported series. And if the rumors are anything to go by, Kim will possibly join Ironheads GC, and the talented player from the PGA Tour will join the rival league. Coming up next is Rickie Fowler. Fowler is one of the top players on the PGA Tour. Fowler caught the attention of the golfing community when he rose to the top of the amateur rankings. In 2007 and 2008, the Murrieta-born maintained the position for several weeks before winning the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship. Even before he turned pro, Fowler had been a regular on the American circuit. But according to recent speculations, the 34-year-old is currently making plans to jump ship to LIV Golf, just like many of his compatriots have done. Although it appears that these rumors are untrue, Rickie has made hints in the past about leaving his options open. His future has been up in the air for some time, so it makes a lot of sense. Even if his form has declined over time, Rickie seems like a good match for LIV Golf at first sight. The American pro golfer is still one of the most well-liked golfers, and despite the deterioration of his game, he remains a regular at PGA Tour events. Fowler appears at ease, unlike other golfers with similar backgrounds who have already defected to the Saudi-backed series in search of higher income. A proposal from the league backed by the Saudis has been previously rejected by Fowler. However, recently, speculation suggesting that Fowler would join LIV has reappeared. According to fans, Rick will blend in perfectly with the Rebel Series. Even if it hasn't been confirmed, the golfer will join over 30 players that have ditched the PGA Tour if he decides to join LIV. The switch was initially reported by Sporting News, in which Fowler admitted to being in talks with LIV. "I've been in discussions with them for quite some time, and it's something to think about. However, at this moment, it's the best move or decision for me, but I'm not too certain that I'll go there. I'll leave my choices open and see how things play out. In an August interview with Adam Schupak of Golf Week, he stated that the tour was where he planned to remain. He didn't turn off the option entirely, though. Ricky left the door open by saying things couldn't remain the same. It's important to remember that Ricky Fowler is ranked number 102 in the world right now. The golfer plummeted in May 2019 from number 10 in the world to number 101 within 2 years. He's on number 173, his lowest position earlier in the year after reaching a career high of number 4. Fowler could give the offer another look as soon as more players start to view LIV as a secure bet for their financial future. So far, being with the PGA Tour has meant keeping alternatives open. Fowler is presumably aware that going to LIV may be costly given the developing split between the two. He might not want to risk losing his significant influence on the tour. However, the bottom line is he didn't exactly rule out the option of switching allegiances. It's just not the right time to make a move. So what is the right time? Well, that remains to be seen. Finally on our list is Viktor Hovland. Viktor Hovland is one of the only Norwegian golfers actively participating on the PGA Tour. Over the course of his career, Viktor has scored 3 PGA Tour victories and is also currently rated within the top 10 of the official world golf rankings. It's not surprising that the Saudi-sponsored series would target a golfer like Hovland, given his active PGA Tour status and high official world golf rankings. Greg Norman has continuously tried to convince highly ranked golfers participating on the PGA Tour to transition to LIV in exchange for large signings, bonuses, and guaranteed money. And one of the reasons why LIV's golf transition might not be in Viktor Hovland's future is due to the fact that he's earned exempt status through the 2024-25 PGA Tour season. He will also benefit greatly from the newly established elevated PGA Tour events, which offer large amounts of prize money compared to other official events on the tour. Now, aside from potential financial gains for a guy like Viktor, moving to LIV Golf may not benefit his career at this stage, especially given the bright future that he likely has in front of him. Several things would likely have to happen in the short term for the Norwegian to ditch the PGA Tour. The first requirement would be a major financial incentive to leave the PGA Tour for LIV Golf. While it is certainly possible, Greg Norman doesn't seem focused on retrieving a golfer like Hovland at this exact moment. LIV Golf has faced a ton of challenges in recent weeks, especially since losing its chief operating officer. That bad news headline was quickly placed into the rearview mirror, though. Positive news came out shortly after about the eligibility of LIV Golf members being invited to the 2023 Masters tournament that is scheduled to take place in April at the Augusta National Golf Club. There's no doubt that this was major news for the Saudi-sponsored series. It could, however, be a short-term gain if Norman doesn't find a way to bring OWGR points to his golf league in the near future. With that being said, an offer from LIV Golf may be less likely for Viktor, but the Shark has maintained that the door is widely open for anyone who has a positive attitude toward his league in the future. It's also worth noting that players like Cameron Young, Patrick Cantlay, Jon Rahm, and Jordan Spieth have been on the list of potential LIV defectors for a long time. But who do you think will accept the LIV offer and make the switch in the upcoming months? And we'll catch you in the next one.